Hello, my name is Eric Normand, and this is my vlog. I run a company called PF.tv where I teach closure. And I talk about the stuff I'm thinking about, the stuff I'm working on, my challenges, my successes. And here I am in my garden today. Alright, so I had a challenge this morning. This happens a little too often, way more often than I would like. But I opened my email and someone, or maybe it was even on Twitter, someone was like, hey, the register button doesn't work. And then when I try to use PayPal, I click the PayPal link and it doesn't work. So I go in and I realize that, yeah, it's broken. And it's, that link, the broken register button, that one is definitely something I did in a bit of a redesign I did a couple weeks ago, so it's been 2 weeks, not long. But then the other one, like not being able to use PayPal, I didn't change that. That must have happened in an upgrade to one of my plugins, and I don't remember when I last upgraded that plugin. So who knows how long it's been that people can't register with PayPal. I mean, who knows? It's definitely more than 2 weeks. So it's, it's the kind of thing that happens when you're running your own site, like lost money. It's the kind of thing I would be really mad at a service I was paying for if they did that, where they, they sent me an email like, hey, sorry about this, but we messed up the template and no one could register for 3 weeks. I would be mad. I would say, I'm paying you for this, but it's my fault. I really need to have some kind of system. See, like an automated monitoring system wouldn't have worked. Well, I guess it would have. The problem looks like that I was using custom templates, which is a total feature, and I wasn't like hacking anything or anything like that. I was using custom templates, but the template got upgraded in a recent version, and so I wasn't using the new template. I wasn't customizing the new one. I still had the old one, and there was some incompatibility there, and that sucks. What am I gonna do? Right, so I would like to get rid of that custom stuff, even though the like default one is pretty ugly. To risk having this happen again, it's not worth the risk. So, and also the code, just having the liability of having that code that is now my problem, even though I didn't write most of it. I copy the template that they have, their existing template, and then I make a couple changes, like I change the width of the fields and the style on the fields, stuff like that, and it's now my code, and it's my problem. And if I upgrade, I have to check everything, and I have to remember all these things to check. So yeah. So I actually heard somebody had they had a bigger team, obviously, but they had someone register for their site, sign up for a trial, sign up for a real account every week. Now maybe they also did it every day, but they had to do it at least once a week. And it wasn't just for testing. Testing was a big deal, but it was mostly for, I guess, usability testing, user experience testing. That their job was just make sure that this is still nice, right? Like, I've had it happen before where, like, I didn't realize that they're getting this old email, and the stuff in the email is out of date. So when someone registers, they get an old information, and how often do you register for your own site, right? So it's a good practice to go through and just see what it's like for a new person and what they're learning. And by doing it so much, you start to get ideas for how to make it better. And um, yeah, I think it's a really good idea. I unfortunately don't want to spend my time on that right now. I would rather spend it making content. So this morning, or last night, I uploaded the files, but this morning I pushed some 3 lessons in the domain-specific languages course live, and I need to find time to finish that course because it's I don't want to leave it hanging too long. I recorded those like 2 weeks ago, which is just. You ever feel like you have a lost week? Do you ever feel like you look up and you're like, what happened to March 12th through March 18th? I don't remember all the stuff I did, and there's all this stuff that I didn't do. That's how I feel right now, a lost week. That I remember, like, in my mind, that course was just last week, but no, it was 2 weeks ago. Anyway, yeah, things are just kind of slow. It feels like things are kind of slow. I guess after the rush of Closure Sync and everything, yeah, don't really know what to say about that. I've been recording the Thoughts on Functional Programming podcast. It's going okay. The one I did yesterday was okay. I guess I tried to stretch it instead of having just talking until I'm done. I kind of tried to stretch it out and explain stuff better. I realized that I didn't have a really good example, and I tried to make one up. I don't know if that's just what I should expect from this kind of podcast, where it's very raw, but we'll just keep going on it. I'm 5 episodes in, and it's certainly not enough to write a book with yet. There's some more content. I definitely need to talk about. Oh, this isn't even in my notes. I need to add it. There's something about algebraic properties and using calculations and their mathematical, being able to reason about them mathematically. I've been focusing a lot on actions because I actually think actions are more interesting, especially since they're universal and people from other paradigms can understand the value in having such an interesting view on actions. What else? Okay, so I have a meeting today to talk about uploading this video, and I guess I need to start uploading the videos. So if I don't have a good experience with it today, I'm gonna have to go with something else. I'm gonna sign up for Vimeo because I know I want to move to something else anyway, and it really sucks, but like, life has to go on. Like, the show must go on. There's people clamoring for videos. The transcript is done. The title card is going to be done tomorrow. It's time to get it out there. So if I can't get it working nicely today, I'm going with Vimeo. I have a call about it. I'm sure George will help me. She's really good about that, about helping, but just can't put it off any longer. And it's also a bad sign. Like, maybe in a year I could come back and have everything work out well. But right now, doesn't look like it. Well, let me say, it might not look like it, because this has been put off once already, and it's already it's kind of a risk, so we'll see. We'll see how the call goes. Let's see, what else? Right, so yesterday I was starting to get into the collections guide, and man, there's a lot of stuff about collections that people need to know, so it's taking me a while. Some of it's kind of tedious, because it's just like going through each collection and what are the operations and what is the mindset and all that. But it's going to be a good guide, and I hope I can make it read well. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting into a zone where I feel like my words flow really well and it's super conversational. But that often happens in the first draft, and so I just want to get through this first draft and get it. If you don't write every day, here's the thing. If you don't write every day, it often feels like when you start, this doesn't feel like what I remember writing should be like. Except it is what writing is like. Writing only rarely feels really wonderful and smooth and flowing. Usually it happens like that near the end, which is why you remember it more, and it's also like feels good, so you remember it because it feels good. But a lot of writing is just trudging through your notes and turning them into prose, and it's just not that fun. Yeah. So I want to get through that. It's crazy how I had all these plans back in October, and I'm nowhere near getting what I wanted done. It's crazy. I can see why it would be very helpful to have someone else be making the content, because like I've said before, I can talk all day, and especially if I have an idea and I can just capture it on a video real quick and have someone else do the transcript and make it nice for the blog, you know, I can see how that could be really useful. Writing is hard. Yeah, plus there's all this life stuff that's happening right now that has to be taken care of as well. I think there's something wrong with my refrigerator, for instance. I need to call somebody to check it out. Right. This will be a short one today. I don't have any big insights or anything. Just keep on keeping on. Get enough sleep. Eat well. Exercise. And just keep going. One brick at a time. Building your big business. Alright, see you later. Bye. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you. The AIs need your help because they don't have emotions. So they need you to click on those like buttons, just so that they have a little bit of sense of like what an emotion might be like, what's something that triggers an emotion, and what should they recommend to other people. So help those robots out. Click subscribe, click like, comment, do all sorts of signals that tell the robots who have no emotions that you like it. Just give them some signals. Let them know. Alright, see you later.